What is up, guys? It's your boy Rondo back here for another video. Reacting to what's the most offensive word, okay, by cut. So they're gonna ask like what 100 people, and yeah, this is gonna be hilarious, dog. What's the most offensive word? Cause are they even gonna be able to say it? You get what I mean? Like I wonder if some people are gonna say more than likely they might bleep it out, but I have no fucking idea. We're gonna see right now though.
What is the most offensive word that someone could say to you?
Offensive word.
The most offensive word.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
What's the most offensive thing someone could say to you?
It's sometimes words hurt that not necessarily slurs. It's just like regular phrases, like, you know, you're worthless, you're nothing.
Damn.
Saying something negative about my character, lazy, disrespectful, something like that.
It's like a implication of my morality.
What's a word that would really jab at your heart?
Cocky.
You don't have integrity.
Honestly, like idiot.
Useless piece of shit.
Sinner.
No humility or like selfish.
Honestly, I don't like the word obese.
This is crazy. You know, these people are hitting it like not on the nail in terms of an offensive word. They're going for more like really dehumanizing phrases that just makes a person feel less than. And that's deep, dog. These people are giving some crazy ass answers. Like they're not crazy. It's just like, damn, like I didn't expect them to go that deep. I thought they were just gonna start saying like regular slurs. Like regular fucking slurs, but nope.
I don't know. I don't really get offended by words.
Not often offended by specific words.
I tend to have thick skin. None of it really phases me at the end of the day.
Racially, sexuality-wise, it doesn't really bug me.
I'm pretty confident in myself, so it's kind of a shrug it off kind of deal.
Everything just like means nothing to me, actually.
If I was younger, I'd probably say the N-word. But sometimes when people say it, I think it's kind of funny.
What?
Like if like just a white person called another white person the N-word.
What is the most offensive
Hey, that's pretty ironic, but that's actually pretty funny.
word someone could ever say to you?
Any negative word, I'm really sensitive. Like even the word loser makes me cry sometimes.
For me, I think maybe it's loser because I work really hard. I'm very prideful.
I feel like being called gross is like an especially shameful thing.
Oh, give me the backstory.
My dad was a hoarder, and so it just feels like the ultimate insult.
I don't like.
Yeah, I feel like most of these people are gonna relate to their own experience, obviously. So I feel like yeah. Imagine like being called a loser so many times in your life. Loser might be a term that just hits you different, you know, and it might offend you like crazy. But let's just say you were called loser like once or twice, right? And you're just called that out of nowhere. You're gonna be like, loser? The fuck? And then you're just gonna move on with your day. You're not gonna really be offended. But I guess certain words that put down people, the more it's often used against them, the probably the more experience and negative experience they have with a certain word, the more it hurts probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's the most offensive word? Like, this is the worst word that you could say to me.
The most offensive word? I think being called the C word. I just don't think it's a nice word. Like, I don't like the sound of it. Like, just the sound of the word.
You ever tried saying it out loud?
No.
Are you interested in trying?
Sure. Can't.
Okay.
Probably any type of slur.
I was thinking about this the other day. Coon. People still use that term coon. So I'm like, that's kind of fucked up.
The one that people say to Asians is chink, right? As I was walking past someone, they actually said like, dirty fucking chinks, like towards us.
Yeah, he just rolls his window down while my mom and I are just going like 1 mile an hour trying to navigate.
Yeah.
And he's like, learn how to drive, you fucking chink.
Someone did call me an Oriental in terms of like I was parking, so I definitely felt offended there.
I've been called ching chong once. That was pretty offensive. He just repetitively was like ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. I just wanted to beat him the fuck up, honestly.
I've been called a beaner before.
I'm from the Middle East and people...
I'm right there with you. God, that shit be funny as fuck. Cause I remember like as a young kid, you know, when my family did have a little bit of money, living in the suburbs, right? So this, you know, usually surrounded by a lot of white people. You know what I mean? And like being in South Florida, you get like a lot of whiter looking Latinos, Hispanics. So like they're fitting just fine, right? I'm not. I don't fit in. I'm like in the area that I was in. It wasn't very often that I would see somebody that looked like me all too often. So I feel I feel like a lot of people would low-key talk shit, and some people would always give me like a stare for some reason, like, what's this little like motherfucker doing here? They would always be like, oh, are you Mexican or this or that? Like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? I'm not, but close enough, I guess, but still, like, this is fucked up to assume. You know what I mean? But I understand. Fine, whatever. But yeah, some of the older white people, for some reason, would give, like, a certain look. You know what I mean? I never really had a problem with anybody else, though. Apart from that, it was okay. It was an okay experience. Oh, my God. I remember one time I got racially profiled at a 7-Eleven. It was hilarious because I was a little kid, and I had a friend. And I don't blame him, this friend. But he doesn't look like me. This guy's fucking Dominican, bro. Either way, we were both short. Both looked Latino, and we're a little darker skinned, right? Or more brown skinned. And this lady had banned this kid, my friend, from 7-Eleven for taking shit, candy, whatever. We're kids, right? But I never took anything. And I walk in, and this lady's like, "You're not allowed in here. You stole something." I'm like, "What? That wasn't me. You're talking about the other kid," because they had kicked him out. It was fucking insane to me, literally insane. And the other like 7-Eleven employee was like, "Oh, I know this kid," because I had been going to that 7-Eleven for years. Why would I take from a 7-Eleven I usually go to? It's fucking stupid. But yeah, it's the only time I really felt that. You know what I mean?
Well, people have called me like terrorist.
Damn.
That's pretty offensive.
What's the most offensive word someone could say?
Well, probably the N-word.
The N-word with the hard R. You could say,
Hard R
the N-word with the A at the end for black people only, But don't use the hard R. We will fight. I will fight you.
If like a white person or someone that like said it to me like in a form of hatred, that'll get me pretty heated.
The hard ER. I mean, I instantly just adrenaline, like blood boiling.
That would be the one instance where I'm like, all right, like you gotta put them hands up.
When people use that word, it's like to degrade me. There's no question. I'm fighting, yeah.
Has someone ever called you that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you respond?
I punched him in the face. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, being called a dickhead or an asshole or a cunt is one thing. Those words are trying to demean, but not dehumanize, which is why it's the one I won't say.
What is the most offensive word?
Slurs towards people of color, slurs towards gay people, of which I've certainly heard them recently, in fact, frustratingly.
Just 2 days ago, the kid screamed faggot at me when I was in a parade doing color guard.
I've had it yelled at me in a hateful manner once, I think, ever. And boy, I was like shaking mad.
Being a gay individual, I think it used to be faggot. However, I have reclaimed that word. It doesn't bother me. I use it in passing.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't use any slur to like demean or dehumanize or any of that. I can understand if it's like, I don't know, mentioning it or something somewhat educational, of the history of the word. But apart from that, using that shit, it's pretty fucked up, But anyways, I think the most hurtful thing anyone has ever called me was an inevitable suicide when I was going through depression. Also being called a liar when you absolutely aren't lying. This is crazy. This is crazy. Holy fuck. Imagine that. Inevitable. Oh, whoever thought of that as a fucking menace. God damn. Find it interesting how most of the answers seem to have come from either a place of discrimination or insecurity. Yeah, discrimination, insecurity, traumatic memories, trigger words. Yeah. If you don't have any of that, then most of these words, it's easy to kind of pass them off. You know what I mean? Like, I can easily pass off Beaner, you know what I mean? If I'm called that, in a hateful way, which hasn't ever happened as a joke from certain friends, yeah. But, nobody ever came up to me and just, started berating me, calling me illegal or any of that. But I have seen videos of like, people that look like me being called certain things, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't know how to feel because it hasn't happened to me. I hope it doesn't, because I'm gonna let this shit fly, son. This fist will punch a hole through that person like I'm fucking Omni-Man, all right? All right, that's pretty fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to kill a person. But look, point is, yeah. A lot of it really has to do with, like, whatever connection you might have to it. Whether it's, more than likely it's a bad experience with the word. And, but yeah, if you kind of stroll through life, luckily, if you were lucky enough to stroll through life without, you know, being degraded, dehumanized, called anything. You know, you could probably pass off most of these words, if not all, as a joke, or you don't care if somebody tells you that. You know what I mean? But it's also like depending on how somebody says it too. Like, you know, somebody really is hating on you like crazy. Like, you can see hate. You know, you can see hate, man. You could tell when somebody's joking, but you could tell when somebody's like really hating for real. I feel for the one who said that her mom called her a bitch. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I think this video shows how varied the human experience is and the levels of bigotry some face. Yeah, it really is an experience for everybody. Everybody's different, man. Everybody's different, dog. It's insane, man. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Shit. What do you guys think is the most offensive word? I would say type it, but you could describe the I don't fucking know. I'll catch you on the next one. Shit is one out with your friends. Peace.